Welcome to College Algebra Spring 2025. We are going to be covering college algebra in a shorter course than the traditional semester, so it's going to move very quickly. I hope you guys are up for that. I'm going to try to make it go as smoothly as possible for you. Yeah, I just want to give you an overview of the course, and if you have any questions, make sure you poke around a bit on your own, and then when we have our live sessions, we can go over any questions that you have, or you can send me messages in Canvas and so on. So we're going to start with the syllabus. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to kind of hit the highlights. So you guys make sure that you go through and read it on your own, and then we'll look at what the course kind of looks like. So first off, I am Meredith Ratliff. I'm going to be your instructor for the semester. You can call me Dr. Ratliff. You can call me Miss Meredith. You can call me Hey You. Um, let's just keep communicating. So that's all that matters. The best way to reach me for messages is through Canvas, not so much through the campus email, just because I get a lot of like junk email in there and I don't check it quite as often. So I try to answer my Canvas messages every day. Usually they come through notifications to my phone if that's working, and if so, I'll try to check them even more often. If you have a question that needs a quick response, you can text me. I've got my phone number here in the syllabus. That's also good if you are like stuck on a homework problem or something in anything in the course and you're like, hey, I don't know what to do next, or I don't know what to do here. You can send me a picture of what you're working on and how far you've gotten, and that way I can see exactly what you're doing and either tell you what went wrong or what you should do next. So it's a little bit easier than trying to explain it over a Canvas message. I'm gonna let you read all this stuff. This is the big information here that everybody needs to know. So we've got three tests and a final. There's no makeup for the tests. You can drop one of them, and everybody has to take the final, and it is cumulative. All right, so we have homework that's going to be in Pearson. That's just practice. You got to keep up with that. Generally speaking, how people do on the homework is an indicator for how they're going to do on the tests. So make sure you're keeping up with that and doing the best you can. The weekly checks are kind of basic questions based on the module videos, which we'll see in just a minute. And they also give you a response. They are questions that people commonly ask me or make mistakes on. So I kind of targeted those in the weekly checks to make sure we clear up any uh, misconceptions before you move on to the homework, because the homework is going to be a little bit harder. The weekly checks are very basic. And then projects are like kind of like applications or extra practice on things. They're not really projects. They're more like an extended homework problem kind of a thing. But don't wait until the last second on those. Make sure that you look at them in advance. And if you have any questions, I'll help you with them. I won't do them for you, but I will work with you on them and make sure you get them done. The homework, like for example, the homework problems I'll do for you. Like if you say, "Hey, I'm stuck on number 12," I'll do number 12 for you. But the projects, I'll give you hints and I'll make sure you're getting through it. But I want to make sure that you guys can get through those because I think it's a good experience. All right, so make sure you read all this. Oh, I gotta fix the live sessions. That's the wrong time. Let me come back up to there. Our live sessions are going to be Wednesday at 5:30 over Zoom. They will be recorded, so if you can't attend at that time, that's okay. You'll have the recordings as well. So the module videos go over kind of the basics from each section, like what you would get if you read the textbook, or the first part of the lecture where I'm just kind of explaining concepts. And then the live session is where we're working through problems together. So we kind of put the concepts together. We're working on the harder homework problems that you might see, the things that people get tripped up on. So you really want to do both. You want to look at the module videos, and you also want to do the live sessions. And again, if you can't attend, I prefer you attend a live. I don't like to just be talking to myself. I prefer if students are there. But you can watch the recordings if you can't be there live. And then I have office hours Thursday afternoon and Sunday afternoon. That is just for you to ask questions. If you ask questions, you can pop in and ask your questions. You don't have to stay for the whole hour. Um, if you need help, if you need more help than like just a question or two, like you say you're like, I don't understand 3.4, then we can sit down and work on that together as well. So office hours are pretty much whatever you want to ask. And let's see, we've got tutoring, you've got online tutoring here, and then you can also go to any of the campus math labs and get tutoring help. It says a graphing calculator is required. It's not really required. You can get by with just a regular calculator. So if you don't have a TI, that's totally fine. If you have a disability or you're working to get a disability documented, please let me know in advance. The sooner I know, the better. And academic honesty has been a little bit of an issue, so just make sure you read through that part. Just make sure you're doing your own work. You're going to get through this class just fine. And this class is a prerequisite for a number of other ones, so you want to make sure you get these skills down so that you can do your other classes well also. All right, so let's take a look at the course. You're going to have modules here. So these kind of go, this like basically everything is in here that you need except for Pearson, which is linked over here with Access Pearson. So this video is going to be and start here. Under Zoom links, Zoom sessions, links, and recordings. I need to update this as well, but there'll be a link for the live sessions and office hours, and then there'll be a link to a Google Doc where the recordings will be linked. And if I can save the notes, I'll save them. I've had a little bit of issue with the notes crashing, so if I can't save the notes and post them there, you'll at least have the recording. All right, go back. All right, so projects are right here. I have them condensed. All right, the projects are all right here. I need to fix that. I'm not sure what that is. And you have the dates all laid out, and they should tell you what sections they correspond to. So each week is right here. And you'll see how they're kind of laid out. Each one of these sections has my videos in them. So these should be like, like 4 or 5 minute videos. You're gonna have a few videos. You might have some notes. This would be like an optional activity that's not graded. If you don't like my videos, which is fine, or you want something else, there are also videos in the Pearson textbook, which we'll look at just a second if we don't run out of time. Or you can read the textbook, whichever is your preference. So you're going to have all of those. Anything that's marked optional is recommended but not graded or required. It's just something that you're kind of expected to know. The first week, I need you guys to do the first week one check. I need you guys to do this week. It's a review of basic skills, and you can take it as many times as you want. It's more for you to see maybe some skills that you're a little rusty on that you need to work on before the semester starts. So these are all things that we expect you to know coming into this course. And if you're a little rusty or you're not sure, you can hit the tutoring center or work with me. All right, so you'll see every week is laid out like that. And then we'll have the test information. The biggest difference in this class and the regular semester course is that I take a whole week to review for each test, and we're not going to have that. So we're going to have the tests kind of as we're going. So you're going to have to make sure that you're keeping up and that you're keeping up with the homework so that we can fit those tests in and not fall too far behind. Okay, so you'll see everything laid out here. Now up here you've got in the welcome videos, there's a video for adding my math lab. It's a little bit out of date. You want to do Access Pearson, not my math lab and mastering. That's changed. And this picture might have changed, but somewhere in there it should say that you can get a temporary access code down at the bottom. You have to look for it a little bit. They push the paid ones. You can get a temporary access code so that you can start the homework and everything. So if you're waiting on financial aid or whatever, you ordered a code, it's not here yet, you can still get started on the homework. You want to make sure you do that so that you're keeping up, because especially in this fast-paced class, you don't want to fall far behind. Let's see, I would access Pearson, but I have not linked this class yet. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let's do this. I'm going to take you guys into my other college algebra class so you can see it. Okay. All right, so when you connect to Pearson, you're going to see, it's a little slow. All right, so let's scooch this out. Okay, so yours is going to look a little bit different for mine because I've got instructor stuff in here too. But if you click on assignments, they're all going to be laid out here with the due dates over here. This is my other class. They started before you, so your dates are going to be a little bit different. But you can click on each of those and that will give you your homework. Also in here, you've got e-textbook content. So let's say we're going to start in chapter 2. They've got integrated review, so you can look at videos, you can look at review worksheets. They've got skills checks and things like that. So there's all sorts of cool stuff in here that you can do. And then there should also be an e-textbook. I'm not sure that's showing for me. You guys should be able to see that though. And then in here, I also want to show you there's a study plan. So sometimes students ask me like, can I do more of the homework problems? And you can in here. This will not affect your homework grade. So let's say you already have 100%, but you want more practice before the test because you forgot about, one thing that we were working on. So you can come in here. Let's say you want to work on section 2.1, and you can kind of pick the topics that you want to work on, and it'll walk you through those, and that doesn't affect your homework grade. Okay, so there's lots of cool stuff in here. So once you get into Pearson, you can poke around in there, and then you've got your syllabus in the main course. Announcements will be here when I start making announcements. You'll have one announcement by the start of class Monday. And then home is your opening page. Again, this is my other class, so you're going to have different announcements here. But home is your opening page, and then modules is where all of your stuff is. All right, so get acquainted with that. Do that first weekly check, and Wednesday afternoon, evening, we're going to have our first live session. We will be covering material. If you can't make it, then you can check out the recording. So if you can't find any of that stuff, make sure that you send me a message. You can send it to me in Canvas or you can send me a text. So yeah, let's have a great semester. I'm looking forward to it, and you guys let me know if there's anything I can do to help you.